12 mistakes you need to avoid in 2025. Number 1, quitting your day job too early. I've done this at least twice. It's a bit embarrassing asking for a reference 2 months after you've just quit.
I'm resigning. I'm so sick of it. Shove it up your ass, Margaret. I'm resigning, everyone.
Instead, think about going part-time for a while first. That extra time you unlock will help you grow your business faster and then bridge the gap that you'll need to in order to go full-time. Number 2, going all in too early. I get it, you're excited, but pumping a load of cash into a business idea before you've tested your product and the market you're serving can literally wreck your cash flow and therefore wreck your side business before you've even started. Number 3, overestimating what you can achieve in 3 months, but underestimating what you can achieve in 3 years. We all want overnight success, but the truth is Rome wasn't built in a day. As cliche as it sounds, but that applies to your side hustle. Think of it like a slow cooking stew. It needs time, patience, the right ingredients. Otherwise, you'll end up with something that's hard to digest. Number 4, trying to do everything yourself. You're good, but you're not a superhero. So try to be the CEO, accountant, marketing manager, customer service rep, on top of whatever it is that you do to actually make money in your business is a one-way ticket to burnout town, baby. So learn to delegate. That might mean bringing in a freelancer from a site like Upwork.com or using software to handle some tasks. One of the first software packages that most businesses should get, in my opinion, is some bookkeeping or accounting software. My personal choice is Xero. So it basically syncs to your bank accounts and your PayPal, all of that, and automatically codes most transactions so you don't have to do it. Like it recognizes which transactions are sales, Facebook ads, stock purchases, all of that. Then at tax time, it just spits out the reports and all the numbers that you need to do your returns. Or you can just give your accountant access and they can do it from there. I've been using Xero for about 10 years and it's the one I always recommend to people. So I actually reached out to them and they've offered a 30-day free trial plus 75% off for 6 months for viewers of this channel. So the basic package would be about $9 Aussie for the first 6 months and then like 35, I think, after that. Legally, I'm obliged to let you know that's an affiliate link. But like I said, I've been using it for about 10 years and I love it. Couldn't live without it. I've recommended it in previous videos before I've even spoken to them. So give it a go, link in description. Number 5, neglecting the legal stuff. I know paperwork isn't glamorous. It's probably my least favorite part of running a business. I put it off all the time to the last minute, but you have to do it. And no one ever starts a business because they're excited to file tax returns or read up on insurances and all that stuff. But ignoring the legal requirements is like driving a car without a seatbelt. So you might get away with it for a while, but one wrong move and you're in a world of pain and it can just happen anytime, right? So set up your business structure correctly from the start, get the right permits if you need them, file your taxes on time, and then force a smile as you pay the taxes. I'm going to link to a video at the end of this one, which goes into more detail about all that stuff in a way that's quite easy to understand. Number 6, not separating your personal finances and your business finances. So getting a bank account for each one. I feel like a broken record player saying this one, but so many people still do it and it gives me secondhand, what's the word, like uncomfortableness, discomfort. There you go. Jeez, learn to talk, Andy. Subscribe for more words that don't exist. If you're using your personal bank account for your side business, it's time to stop. Honestly, mixing your money like that is just asking for a mess. Separate accounts will make your life so much easier. And come tax time, you won't be frantically trying to figure out which expenses were for your business and which were for none of your business. Number 7, failing to market your business properly. So just because you built it doesn't mean they'll come. This ain't Field of Dreams. And if you didn't get that movie reference, then congratulations. You're significantly younger than I am. But what I'm getting at is you need to talk to people about it. And I'm not just talking about posting a selfie on Instagram, calling it a day, going to bed and thinking you're going to wake up with hundreds of new customers. It ain't going to happen. If you think you hate marketing, then I'm sorry, because it really is a critical part of doing business in today's world. If you feel like you really don't know where to start, then I recommend trying a variety of different low-cost things. Figure out which ones work and then double down on those. And it only needs to be 1, 2, or 3 maybe methods that actually work, and you should be good to get going. Advertise where your market is. So if they're local, advertise it locally. If they're online, advertise online. Number 8, not having a clear plan or a goal. You wouldn't start a road trip without a map, or in my case, Google Maps, because I'm absolutely useless without it. I don't even know the names of any roads. So why would you start a business without a plan, right? So set clear, achievable goals and then break them down into smaller, manageable tasks. It's like climbing a mountain, okay? So you wouldn't just look at the peak and then sprint straight at it, would you? You'd need to plan your path, figure out which bits you might need some help for, figure out the traps you need to avoid, subscribe to the right YouTube channels, such as this one you're watching right now. You knew I was going to put it in here somewhere. Number 9, ignoring feedback. So if your customers are telling you something, listen to them, right? So if they're saying your product's too expensive, maybe it is. If they're saying your website looks like it was designed in the 90s, maybe it's time for a refresh. But, and this is a big but, and I like big buts, and I cannot lie, if one person out of 100 says your product is too expensive, a good chance it's not. Like, so in fact, if at least one person out of 10 isn't saying your product is too expensive, then it might actually be too cheap. But if the majority of customers are saying it, then maybe that's something that you need to look at. Feedback is like your business's mirror, like it shows you what's working and what's not. Sometimes it's not what we want to hear, but it's what we need to hear. And our own biases a lot of the time will try and like protect our feelings and block it out, but we do need to hear it. Number 10, scaling too fast, too soon. We've all heard those stories where businesses blew up overnight, firstly, most overnight successes took years. We just don't see that part. But the point is, if you're not prepared for the growth, scaling too fast can turn out to be a nightmare. So think of it like eating an ice cream, right? Oh, it's lovely. You want to eat more. But if you eat too fast, you'll get brain freeze, and that's no good. I don't think that's the right analogy, but I hope you get what I'm saying. So grow at a pace that's sustainable, even if it means taking things slow at first. Number 11, underpricing your product or service. This is a classic rookie mistake, one I've already touched on in this video. You might think, but if I price it low, more people will buy it. But if you're not at least covering your costs, you're going to struggle, man. Like, it's okay to not pay yourself properly at the start, as long as you have a plan for how to do it eventually. But remember that you're running a business, not a charity. That's something I've struggled with before a few times, especially when inflation hit hard. And if you're not occasionally being told that your product is too expensive, that might be a good sign you should put your prices up. Number 12, not knowing when to pivot or let go. Finally, and this one is a bit tough, but sometimes no matter how much effort you put in, a business idea just doesn't work and it's horrible, like really horrible. It's literally like a dream dying. If you have to walk away, then you have to walk away, but ideally you can pivot or rebrand. A lot of huge businesses actually came about because of a pivot. So Twitter, for example, used to be a podcast network called Audio, and Starbucks actually used to sell coffee machines, but then pivoted to like run actual cafes selling the coffee. Either way, it doesn't mean you've failed, it just means you've learned. And as cliche as that sounds, it's 100% true. Making a business work can be really hard, but setting one up isn't actually as difficult as it first seems. So watch this video next, as it's literally a step-by-step guide on how to set up a business in Australia. I talk about everything you need to know, everything you need to think about, and you'll feel a lot more confident and relaxed about the whole process by the end of it.